Oh, cool, dude. Yeah, I know. I'm so pissed at Ryan that he's just never gonna. We're never gonna get these shirts.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
like, he could have fucking seen me when I was in Austin.
What shirts?
the shirts from his little club.
Why didn't you go see him?
I did. I did. Well, I'm. That's not the problem. He's like, I'm like, hey, I'm coming in Friday, and he's like, oh, I don't think that's gonna work. And then I'm like, oh yeah. I told him that we went to this bar or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I went there on Saturday night.
Ooh, that's cold. That's cold.
The thing, Adam, you have to understand is Ryan is better than you. Okay, Ryan
is? Oh no.
flying high now. He's
He
better
doesn't
than
need me
you
anymore.
He's got a Wikipedia.
He's huge.
Oh, he does. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's the problem with drunks. They forget what good shit you did for them. I gave him $50 on his birthday.
What?
Cocksucker.
$50?
I wanted
Why?
to, I don't know. I was
Have
high
a good
when
meal.
I did it,
Have
but
a
I
hot
was
meal.
what?
Get a hot
Yeah, I
meal
wanted
in
to
the
get
shower.
I wanted him to have a good meal.
What's wrong with
He
you?
didn't even notice
Shave,
though.
Go down
I
to the
don't know.
saloon.
I hope you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I'm learning.
You know, alcoholics, drug addicts, they're pieces of garbage.
Yeah,
You gotta treat them
they're
badly.
just the least reliable people on the planet. They don't remember you. They don't remember your the memories, the
They're
good
bad
times.
boys.
They're bad boys.
You know, which makes sense because we just watched a great movie about bad boys.
Oh yeah, that movie should have starred Ryan, that motherfucker.
Bad
Bad
Boys,
Friends.
1980.
That's what they should call it, a movie starring Ryan.
What about Gay Friends starring you?
Ah,
Bad Boys, 1983, directed by Rick Rosenthal, the director of Halloween 2.
Is that a bad Halloween or a good Halloween?
never seen it.
It's a,
No,
it's a,
actually, I probably saw it.
it's a half-assed Halloween. He also directed Halloween Resurrection, which many people consider to be the worst Halloween movie. That's the one with Busta Rhymes.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Busta Rhymes. That's awesome.
It's like I haven't watched it yet.
Does he get killed? Oh, you haven't seen it. Okay.
I mean, I've skipped around. It's, I'll get to it. Those later Halloween movies suck. But at the beginning of this movie, if you look quickly, you'll see Jamie Lee Curtis as a streetwalker.
Oh, with the puffy hair, and she's got like a crop top on.
Yeah.
That's
she
really
She
her?
like looks them up and down real quick. Yeah, I saw that.
That's her?
Yeah. She didn't have a lot of roles back then. She wasn't famous.
I
She's helping
noticed,
out.
I clocked that lady. I was like, who's this lady?
Who is this amazing actress?
She's a bad girl. She seemed like she was a bad girl.
Let's talk about the bad boys. We got Sean Penn, Issei Morales, Alan Ruck, Ferris Bueller's friend Cameron. We got Little Horowitz.
What's that
What
kid
the hell?
from? Is he in The Sandlot or something? He's in some other movie.
No,
Eric,
I looked him
Eric
up. He's
Gurry.
not really in anything. I like him
Oh.
in this movie.
He just
But
looks
then
like, maybe looks like someone else.
We have the coolest bad boy, Clancy Brown as Viking.
Yeah,
What a
totally.
film.
These are all teenage boys, correct? Like 15,
Yeah,
16
they're all juvenile delinquents.
in high school. Right. Okay.
None of them can be charged as adults, and they've killed people. They're all like, we don't know what Viking did, but Sean Penn killed a child. Horowitz killed 3 people in a
I didn't
bombing.
understand what Horowitz's crime was.
He blew something up.
He blew up a bowling alley and killed 3 people
Why did he do that?
because 3 guys were messing with him.
Okay.
And then he's like, I killed the wrong 3 guys. There's a scene about it in the movie.
I know,
about
but
Do you go to juvenile hall for
it was,
murder?
all right, whatever.
I don't. Maybe in 1983,
Yeah, maybe. They didn't have that tried as an adult shit yet.
they.
Clancy
like
Brown
they're
is
saying.
a child in this movie.
He's supposed to be. I mean, it's not
There's-
prison, it's juvenile hall, right?
He's like the one guy. He's like a grown man in juvie. It seemed like.
One man mob.
What about Tweety? He's a nice guy.
He was cool. I like that.
The short one.
Mm.
I guess he was called Tweety because he's short. Now, luckily for all these bad boys in juvenile hall, they have great supervisors, excellent supervision by just random dudes, just these guys who really are on the level, really paying attention, really making sure nothing bad happens.
Well, I noticed like in their point system, because they have like a point system for if you fuck up and like mess around and stuff. And it's like, what is it? It's like sexual harassment is like a lot.
1,000.
But like fighting is very low on the point system.
It's a couple hundred, like 300, I think.
Yeah,
Smoking.
which seems like that's encouraging, like not very good behavior. Yeah, yeah,
And they
smoking
never,
is like almost as much as fighting.
and you see them all smoking. And then, like, you never see anyone get in trouble like you have this many points. They
Yeah, the
just
points
throw,
don't count. It's like whose line is it anyway? Kind of.
yeah, they just throw Horowitz in the hole every now and then, and no one else gets in trouble. It's an unfair system. It's an unfair life.
This is
It's the
what
life. It's the
the
life of a
life
bad
of
boy.
a bad boy. Yeah, dude. As a good boy, this movie fucked me up big time. I was like, what the fuck? This is what bad boys are getting into? I have no idea as a good boy, but so
Adam, you're raising a good boy.
I'm raising two good boys. I am a good boy too. So
How old is your oldest child?
he just turned 4.
Now, what would you show him this movie when he was 5 years old?
Who showed it to you,
No,
William?
what am I, a fucking psycho or a heroin
My
addict?
brother David and I used to watch this movie all the time when we were little kids. We love this movie.
Like, where would you watch this, on cable, or you go rent it at the video store?
Yeah, we would watch on cable. We rented it a few times.
But you saw the cable edit though. Oh, you rented it too.
We had so my parents worked for the cable company.
Yeah.
They had all the channels.
Ooh,
So we would
that's a
just
good
watch
perk.
cable TV all the time. And so we like love this movie. You know, my brother, he's a bad boy.
Also, where we lived was like a test market for Comcast. So William got all like the new shit, the fast internet, all that shit.
But also in San Francisco, this is when I lived in San Francisco.
Oh,
So
my mistake.
this movie also, I was watching it in like 1988. It felt like people we knew or like people in our neighborhood. Like it felt like people that we could easily run into these kids. Like this movie takes place in Chicago, but in the 80s, San Francisco was more working class. And I was the youngest. My sister, she was in middle school. I mean, we knew kids who were like, we knew teenagers who were like getting arrested and stuff in
Yeah,
our neighborhood.
Kids grow up much faster
you knew
in the
some
big
bad
city,
boys.
it seems like.
Plus, it was like we were the gentrifiers in the bad neighborhood.
Yeah, you were like the Sean Penn, Cameron from Ferris
Oh,
Bueller.
we were like Ferris Bueller in the working class neighborhood.
Oh hell yeah.
The Porsche, the fancy cars, the whole thing. They were like, haha, look at the bad boys. They're going to prison.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it's a fun movie. We love Sean Penn as little kids. We thought Sean Penn was so cool as Mick O'Brien, an
Yeah.
Irish piece of shit. He's got a rough. He's
The
got
most
no.
Irish name I've heard in a while.
He has
Mick?
no. Mick the Mick. He has. That'd be. What if the black guy was named? Anyway, so the Sean Penn. His dad's not at the house or whatever, and his mom is taking a bath with a big fat guy
Oh yeah.
getting
Well, you guys
drunk.
never answered my question, by the way.
I said $30.
With
What was the question?
The question is how much money would you need to take a bath with that guy and sit with him between his legs like the mom does?
I said
Ugh.
$30.
William said a joke answer, but I'm looking for
Well,
real
that's a
shit.
good answer. It's a nice amount of money. It's not like $1 billion.
We
I bet he's nice and warm and cuddly and hairy.
That's true. It's probably cozy.
So Sean
Mike?
Penn,
Am I allowed to beat him to death beforehand?
You'd rather sleep in the tub with him if he was a dead body?
Yes, I would prefer that.
All right, this is getting weird.
Am I allowed to murder him? See, this is a
Come on, I'm trying to conduct a scientific
how much would
experiment
you
here.
how much would it cost you, Adam?
$50.
Wow,
Okay.
you're a cheap whore.
No, I'm just
Um,
kidding. It would probably be
who cares?
75.
500. No, I'd
Thinking
say
about
actually
it.
more like 500.
Wow.
You do it for
A
way
day's
less.
work, an
You do
honest
it for
day's work.
way less.
William got me trying to do a joke answer, but the truth is I'd probably do like 500.
There's no funny number answer, so it's best just to
It's
move
not about
on.
being funny, it's about research.
$69.
Hell yeah. That is you found it. You found the funny answer.
So Sean Penn, he's a bad boy. He likes to steal people's purses and beat up people and go to high school and hang out with Cameron Fry and Ali Sheedy. I love the cast in this movie. Every character is just so great.
Cameron was really good in this. It was fun to see him as like a, bad boy.
He's not. He makes a big impression because unfortunately his character dies within like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer.
They have a rival. There's a rival student, Paco, played by Issei Morales, and he's like a high level drug dealer. Him and his friends, they open a briefcase and it's just full of drugs. Like it's
Just
so much.
random pills and all this random shit. It's so funny.
I love it in these movies like Clockwork Orange and this movie where they just have so much money and they have so much. They're doing such high level crimes and going to class.
Right.
Like we had friends in high school, like the bad kids they'd have what, an 8 ball, maybe like an ounce of coke. Like that would be crazy if you saw an ounce of like really good coke. But these guys have a briefcase of drugs. They have pills, they have powders, they have everything, and they go to make a deal with like three like black guys where they're just like, we're gonna sell you like the Fear and Loathing briefcase of all these different drugs. Who's in the market
Little
for that?
variety pack.
Well, and it's weird that they meet up, they show them the drugs, and then they're like,
Yes.
okay, but we're gonna do the deal later. come back in a couple days and we'll do the deal. Like,
Yes.
why wouldn't you just do it right there? And another interesting thing I saw in that scene is after the black guys, like, they pull the gun on him and they pull their guns and he's backing away and he pulls up his collar and he says, bet. That's like a terminology that people have been using in the last couple years. I never heard anyone say that before this time.
Mm.
Means
Yeah,
like
people.
bet, yeah, we're gonna do it, or you bet, People be using
Yeah,
that now.
it's weird how you notice if you hear a new term, then very quickly you'll like hear it again. Like if you learn a phrase,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, that is weird.
cock of the walk. It's like I
You've been
just
hearing
learned.
that a lot.
I hear that all the time now.
In
It's
what
crazy.
context? What's the context that you're hearing cock of the walk?
Well, I live next to a chicken farm,
Okay,
so
that's cool. Yeah, chicken farmers say that all the time.
so anyway, Cameron Fry and Sean Penn are like, let's steal their drugs and like let's rob them or something. And then they like ruin the deal. Issei Morales' little brother tags along. His Issei Morales told him, don't come out. I know I said you would come out. I would see you the next day or whatever, but like you can't come with us. Listen to me. He doesn't listen. Bad shit goes down. Sean Penn drives a car into him. The car explodes. Cameron Fry gets shot in the chest multiple times.
With a shotgun.
Dead.
Yeah, I thought that was funny when Sean Penn goes over to his buddy. He just got blasted with a shotgun 2 or 3 times. He's like, "Oh, come on, man! Like, are
Says
you
no
okay?"
head.
He's not okay. I really
Are
don't
you
think he's
okay?
Yeah, I
We're
really don't
talking
think
to a
he's
headless
okay.
body.
And just
Um,
abandons his body.
Yeah,
I didn't know this was a jail movie, and so that was a pretty good second act turn for me.
Yeah, I
I
thought
didn't.
this
I didn't.
movie was boring until about 30 minutes in, and then it caught my attention with the juvenile hall setting.
Yeah, yeah. Once it like gets into all that stuff
because
and it becomes about that,
Yeah. I don't know
it's
a
it
whole
cool.
lot of
has
movies about juvenile hall. You know, a lot of prison movies, but I can't think of a lot of movies that go over kid prison.
Yeah.
like not
Uh,
like this.
No.
It's like Oz for children.
Yeah.
And at the beginning it has this sappy YA after school special tone with the music and like
oh
the little
yeah.
the piano and like the photos of them as children.
That's such an embarrassing way for the white version, the white Bad Boys movie to start. For like this, like showing pictures of them when they're young, when they're like good boys, over like sentimental music and stuff like that. That's not a cool way to start a movie called Bad Boys. And the whites really fucked it up. Black black people have a way cooler
That
Bad
movie
Boys movie.
stinks.
Bad
Bad Boys
Boys.
sucks. I'm not a this is the bad when Bad Boys came out in 95 I was like what are you guys doing? We
What
have
about Bad
Bad
Boys 2?
Boys.
What about Bad Boys 2?
Ooh, with the KKK selling ecstasy. Whoa, this is crazy movie. It's a loser movie. Great photography though. I gotta admit, Michael Bay. He can
Yeah.
shoot great footage. Um, but this is Rick Rosenthal's Bad Boys with Sean Penn in jail, and it's the classic jail story. He's the new guy. They read him the rules, and what do all the kids do? They just spit on him. They're just spitting on his face as he walks to his cell.
Blowing smoke in his face. Very disrespectful.
It's
Is that
cool.
what
He is
happened
like,
to you, Mike, when you went to jail?
No, no, not really. Nobody really laid out the rules or anything like
You just
that.
got ass fucked.
Yeah, nobody spit on me or raped me or anything like that. I didn't
now
rape. I didn't rape
They just ran a
anybody.
train on your
Mm.
ass.
Yeah, no,
That's
thank God that
cool.
didn't happen. I got
now
punched in the jaw the day before I left, but that no big deal.
That's in the jail?
Yeah,
From who?
the
Who
some
top
did it?
other
dog.
I'm
one.
gonna talk to
No,
their
one dude
mother.
was claiming that I shorted him, like I owed him some drink packets, but I already gave him the drink packets. And then the
Oh
other
Lord.
dude, yeah, his enforcer came over and tried to step to me, and but I was leaving the next day. So what am I going to do? I don't want more time, you know.
That was in county jail?
That was in the county jail. Yeah, I've only been to jail. I've never been to prison. Thank God.
My cousin's still in
The
county,
county,
and
county's
he was telling me that it sucks.
yeah, it's pretty rough.
But
It's
he was kind of into it at first, but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but they keep like extending
He's in
his
Florida,
court
right?
date and stuff. Yeah, and
It's
last time I talked to him, he
institutionalized.
just was like, "This sucks."
Nobody will bail him out.
And his court date's coming up this week.
No, okay, good.
Bail him out.
Maybe they'll OR him or something.
Get a bail bond.
No,
Wow. I bail you out.
you what?
Then I chain you up
You
and
what? Yeah,
make you my slave.
Did you send him $50?
of course. I've been sending him care packages and stuff,
Oh, hell yeah.
and money too.
Nice. Yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff
I
really
don't.
means a lot when you're in there. William sent me one in there, really helped me
Oh,
out.
nice, dude.
So in jail movies, there's always one or two extremely tough guys who run everything. Like in this
Yeah,
movie,
there's
we
always
have
one guy.
Viking and
Trustees.
Tweety, and then the new guy comes in and he always has to beat him up, take over the gang. And
Yeah,
this is the classic tale of the jail movie. So in this movie, we got Viking and Tweety. Vikings played by Clancy Brown, looking
everybody knows
glorious.
what his other roles.
Yes, he's Mr.
Kurgan,
Krabs from
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
Mr. Krabs.
Kurgan and Highlander. The guard in Shawshank.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he gay in this movie? Supposed to be gay?
Well, we only see one guy that is definitely gay, but they don't really.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a
but he was trying to
joy.
fuck
He's a
that
good.
little
He's a
kid.
wingman. He's a good wingman for his buddy Tweety. Tweety likes to rape a child in the ass. While Viking likes to look out over everybody like,
Yeah, I feel like Viking's kind of gay. He's got the pictures of the guys hunky guys and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good
I think
point.
it's implying
The
that he's gay.
the bodybuilder types.
Hulk Hogan.
What are you implying, William?
So
I'm a bodybuilder type. What are you implying about me?
You better get
do
working
you
on it, bro.
you have a drawing of a whale on the wall,
I want to fuck this whale.
whereas Clancy Brown has like muscle guys
Yeah. No, I'm trying to make my
pinned
body
up.
like the body of a whale. So that's kind of it's a more it's motivational.
So Sean Penn gets his job. He's in the shit house, cleaning the bathroom. Did you have a job in jail, Mike?
No, I did not. I was not there long enough. And in the pod, there was just one trustee, and he did all of the jobs.
Really?
He was
Instead of there
everybody's
being
bitch.
ah, well, no, because he can like move around the pod while we're all locked up. So he has like an in. He can do more things. You know, you pay him a soup to take a soup over to another cell. So he's got more opportunity to like make a living in there.
And when you say soup, you mean top ramen?
Yes, ramens are soup. Even the guards would like give him soups. One time they gave him a piece of pizza that he shared with us, which was nice, but
He
whatever.
shared a piece of pizza, just like one slice with you guys.
Yes.
Wow.
And then
Cut it
my
up like a bean, like the bean and like
and I was
Mickey and the
lucky because my
Beanstalk.
celly didn't want the pepperoni, so I got to pick off all the pepperoni and eat a part of the
Oh,
slice.
that's
So
fucking sick. Your celly
yeah,
fucked
I
up,
was I
man.
was living large.
You wouldn't eat the pepperoni?
He didn't want the pepperoni. I don't know.
Crazy. I love
pepperoni.
pepperoni.
Yeah, so I got this like day old piece of pizza that's been handled by three other dudes, and ugh, God, whatever.
That
I was
sounds
hella
good as
hungry. You're,
hell.
you're
You
hella
gang
hungry.
banged the pizza.
We should
Yeah,
have.
you
You
got
ran a
sloppy
train on a
seconds.
slice of pizza.
We should have. We all should take a little bite each, or maybe do the little what is
Yeah, give me my turd.
it? Yeah.
You're like licking it. It's like pass it.
What's that?
Lick it
What's
and
that
pass it,
game where
boys.
you
Come on.
all come on a cracker and then one dude's got to
Yeah.
eat the
Limp
cracker?
biscuit.
We should have done that.
Gross, dude. That is no, that's awesome.
That'd
I'm
be
sure it
cool
was
if the band did
it's all
that.
about context. If you're in jail, that's fun. If you're not in jail, that's gross.
You got to pass the time. You got to pass the time, man.
Limp Bizkit should be like open about, like public about being like, yeah, we named the band Limp Bizkit because we did that at our first practice.
We did that, and you ate the cracker. Remember, Adam?
No, I didn't eat the cracker, motherfucker.
Now you say this guy had a pod. He could move around the pod. Did he ever podcast? That would be a great job for a prisoner.
That would
The
be.
prison.
Would be.
These guys have so many jobs in this movie. They got They have like farming, agriculture. There's like, um, they're like growing crops, and then they have like a greenhouse. They have kitchen duty.
Also, they go to school. They're going to class.
Yes, because they're children, and they
Kids.
they have like wood shop,
Wood shop. Yep.
and
Yeah,
they're
they
like
just let
making-
around saws and pieces of metal and things you can make into a weapon very easily. They just let them freely go through there.
It's also their doors are in juvie. They don't like have fucking doors that lock or like doors that are like you can easily break. They have like doors with like glass windows.
Now, this goes back to the only thing I know about prison of this time is that after the Attica prison riot, this is what they say. They just let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
They're like self-governed.
Yeah. The guards
So
would rarely come into the pod. They just kind of let everything happen.
So
What's the craziest shit you saw that like the guards didn't do anything about?
Oh, just one dude tried to grab one of the guards' taser, and they fucked him up pretty bad.
nice.
That's about it. I didn't see anything else too crazy.
But you weren't in prison and you weren't around
No.
gangs. And
No,
that's the
no,
other thing
no.
this movie doesn't really deal with is gangs.
Right. Yeah, there are no gangs.
California apparently has like the most ingrained prison gang system. That's what I heard.
Well, they had gangs when they're out on the street in Chicago. You had the Chicano gang and the black gang, but I don't know why that didn't continue when they went into the juvenile hall like it would here.
I have to say, I really like that Sean Penn and Cameron Fry, Alan Ruck are white. Ali Sheedy's white. I love that they have racial groups because it's 83. Just a few years later, in these movies, they would just start doing the thing with the multicultural gangs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how realistic that is.
It's by race.
Yeah. Gangs are pretty racist.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Colors?
Yes.
No,
Where they have you know the guy in The Burbs with the orange hair, the red hair?
I never saw the burps.
What?
The guy from Die Hard?
No, the redheaded guy from The Burbs is in the gang in Colors, like the Mexican gang.
Oh, I forget about that.
And he's just like
That could happen.
we also
Where
saw
was okay?
we also saw Colors in the movie theater, my brother and I. But then my mom took me out. And I was like, "Why can't I watch it?" She's like, "No, it's too violent." And then after that was over, my brother came out of the theater. He's like, "Yeah, that was cool." And then all three of us went and saw Willow.
Oh, cool.
Where
Courtney
did they
Gaines.
this movie? Where did they film the jail scenes? Where is this? Do you know?
I believe it's Chicago. Now, if you notice, there's a scene where Sean Penn runs away,
Yeah.
and then the warden of whatever the juvenile hall takes him to the real prison.
Yeah.
He's like, "You want to go here? You might end up here, man, if you do this one more time." That's the prison from Natural Born Killers. If
That's
you,
cool.
if
It's
that-
it's like a Supermax thing where it's like it has the what is that called?
It's like a dome. It's like a giant
Citadel time. There's a name for what.
There's a
type
name
it
for
is.
that. Yeah, it's like a type of prison design with the tower in the
set-
middle that you can see everything.
because that's definitely in Natural Born Killers. They raid that tower in that riot.
Oh, cool.
Is
Yeah,
that
and also-
Chicago? Is that a Chicago
in
prison?
Natural Born Killers prison is shot in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
This movie that you see that's like a one shot scene. If I'm not mistaken, but like
it just
you see,
pans and then you see
so
Sean
like
Penn.
a really there's a lot of like really good like patient long pans of like just walking through a jail or walking through juvie like
That's what it is. It's a
something that's
panopticon.
panopticon. There you go.
That's the word.
Panoptic. I used to go to Panopticon Bread a lot. I like to get bread bowls at Panopticon Bread.
What do you get in your bread bowl?
Chicken
Broccoli
soup,
cheddar.
baby. Chicken noodle.
Limp Biscuit? Heyo.
Yeah. I call it chowder. It's chowder.
Chowder. You ever
Man,
seen The
milk.
Simpsons?
No. What's that?
There's a very funny character in the movie who's Jewish. He's like a 12-year-old boy. He has a giant nose. He has a lot of attitude, and he's like a terrorist, a criminal genius. He was the character I related to in the movie
He's
when
pretty
I was a little
cool.
kid. The nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's like the little kid one you
How's
relate
it
to.
going?
He would have been
When you're-
raped immediately,
Horowitz.
for sure.
Yeah.
By who? You?
I mean, he's pretty. You're
I
saying you think
mean-
he's just a pretty hot little kid.
Yeah, that's what.
no
yeah,
one
that's
would
the
rape
thing.
him. He's cool, and they would respect his
Yeah,
ability
right.
to repair radios.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to rape a skinny little Jewish kid. I want to rape like a big ass Dominican.
You got to work
know what
your
I
way
mean?
up, bro. You can't just,
Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What's
you
up
have to
with the
work your
cigarette
way up
trade?
from like skinny Jewish kids to like some thick ass Puerto Rican kid.
Yes.
It
I got
sucks
it.
you couldn't smoke in prison, huh?
Yes, it definitely. They told me they smoked one cigarette like the week before I got there. Everyone went into the shower and shared one cigarette. That must have
That
been,
sucks,
that must
dude.
have been fun.
Yeah.
But what was up
They
with
let
the
you guys have,
juvenile
like,
hall
iPads.
cigarette situation? Like they have 10, someone's importing cigarettes, or they let
The
them sell
guards.
this. Oh, those are like, man,
The
that's a lot of,
well,
that's a lot of cigarettes.
all the importing is done by the guards, right?
I would imagine.
Wow. How else would they get? Dude, I also was thinking like, because remember, so Ali Sheedy, there's like, she's doesn't go away when he goes to jail. She gets raped by S.A. Morales, but she's like, he breaks out and he goes and sees her. And then there's a scene where he like burns her picture because he thinks he's never gonna see her again and stuff like that. But like, can't they do conjugal visits?
As kids,
You can't do a conjugal
not
visit,
married.
or even like,
Yeah.
or even you have to be married to do a conjugal visit.
I don't know how that works.
I
But
mean,
you
it
can, but you
depends,
she
but
wouldn't
there
even
it's.
visit him in jail. What's the deal?
You think her dad would have let her? You don't want to get a
All
girl
right,
pregnant. They're not going to let underage kids get pregnant
why
because that's a big
not?
part of
Come
conjugal visits is to
on.
have kids.
What do you mean not to fuck, but to specifically have kids?
Yeah,
Why?
because they're like, oh, you got to let them have kids. That's like how the state. That's how the state would look at it.
But you can't. Okay.
If you're married, they're like, yeah, like I'm married, I want to have kids. Whereas they're like, oh, they're underage. Conjugal
That sucks,
visits.
dude.
I used to do conjugal visits for my girlfriend who was imprisoned.
Yeah. Eileen Wernos.
Yeah, she was
Nice.
a, she was a tough broad.
Did you have a kid with her or
I never got pregnant,
nah?
and she tried many times. She filled me up, the front and the back, the
Whoa,
top
cool.
and the bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about the top
Damn.
front?
Pile driver. She did anal
Top
pile
lips and your
driver
bottom
to
lips.
me.
That's cool, dude. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Did you
Her
try
ejaculate
IVF?
was thick and creamy like a Limp Biscuit,
Oh,
a
hell yeah.
soggy
Chowder, dude.
cracker.
That's why you call it chowder.
Sade.
Yes.
She almost did a Simpsons voice, but sadly she was executed by the state.
Oh,
Nah,
no.
that's too bad.
She would have been good.
Yeah, she would
She
have
could do a
played
lot
the
of she could do a lot of impressions. That's what
she she would have
she was
played
like.
the fourth Bouverie sister or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. She
Yes,
played
Bouvier.
Selma or the other one.
Aileen. Is she a serial killer? People say she's like the first female serial killer. I don't.
How many people did she kill?
I thought she didn't she kill just like John's tricks?
Serial killers, 3 kills or more. That's
Yeah, I guess
definition.
she is. It's a woman. She's a woman killer. It's different. It's not the. It's not
Didn't
as
she kill
fun
the
or
guy?
exciting.
It started because she killed the guy who was raping her, and then she killed a couple other tricks. Is that what the deal is?
I mean, that's in the movie.
Free Eileen. Why can't we free? Let's free her.
Like her coffin.
She's dead.
Oh no.
You want to dig up her coffin and clone her or something?
Oh
Don't you fuck my
no.
girlfriend? Horowitz is so cool. He smokes cigarettes. What did he smoke? Winston's.
Yeah.
This movie made me want to smoke cigarettes a little bit, to be honest.
That is one thing I do like about these older movies that we watch, that they just have constant smoking in it and it makes it
Yeah.
look very cool.
Dude, just go to China. Be Chinese.
Yeah.
You could smoke
You know,
cigarettes in America. Buy a nice $10 pack of cigarettes.
no, they canceled cigarettes. It's woke.
Yeah.
The woke mob canceled cigarettes.
I just pick them up off the ground and smoke them.
Bullshit,
It's
dude.
bad.
That's cool. I can take them out of urinals.
Yeah. Yesterday, I found an entire cigarette in the ashtray. Someone dropped it there. Oh, man, it was like fucking Christmas. It was like Christmas Day. It was like New Year's Eve or something.
That's cool. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's New Year's Day today. We're recording this on New Year's Day.
The so things are going pretty bad for Sean Penn. He's getting abused in jail. But Tweety rapes a boy,
The kid
well,
that he gets booked with.
and Viking looks out. Viking watches, like make sure no one messes with Tweety, and then Tweety comes out, and Viking gives to this like little nod, like, "Hey, yeah, that's cool." He just like raped a little kid in a cell, and then the kid pulls out a knife. He tries to like fight him in this like half-assed West Side Story kind of way, where he's like swinging the knife around, and then Tweety picks him up and just throws him over the edge from the second level, and the kid lands and dies. And then they're like, "We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna figure it out." And none of the kids talk. No one's a rat. No one's a narc. But they don't trust Sean Penn. They think he's gonna talk, so they confront him. And then Sean Penn has a pillowcase filled with soda cans, RC colas, and he just breaks their noses, breaks their faces, beats the shit out of Tweety and Viking, and he becomes the top dog of the prison. This is an amazing scene. It's an amazing turn of events.
Yeah, I did like that scene. He
It's
kicks
cool.
him. Yeah, that was good.
But
It's very
why I don't
satisfying.
understand why they would give him like the job because of that. If you get beat up, you lose the job of the person who like is assigning work to everyone.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny too. Now he's the barn boss because he beat up the two barn
Because
bosses.
the prisoners run the prison. I'm assuming. I mean, they
But
don't
like
make the
Clancy's not like he's not like he's still in it and he's like being like he's all pissed. He has like a messed up face and stuff from it. And he's like,
his scars. And then Tweety is in like a sling.
yeah, but I'm saying like they're not like they're still around. They're just
Yeah,
not the
whatever they did before to become the barn boss, can't they just do it again? Right? Is what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah, yeah.
No,
Okay.
they cannot.
Got it.
Also, who's enforcing all these rules? The guards who don't seem to pay any attention. That when they're watching this guy get thrown off the edge, they're just kind of like,
What
they're just looking.
happened?
They're just looking. Can you get a camera, like one camera in your
Yeah.
stupid rectangle room with all these guys? Just get a camera.
Yeah, they're always like, well, hey, what's going on over here after like a murder has happened?
They're like PE coaches. They're
Yeah,
so lame.
yeah,
Like they're just. Who's the guy with the black guy who's bald?
I love
His
that guy.
hair is so bad. This
Yeah.
I love a bald buff guy
Yeah.
like that.
with like long.
Dude,
It's
he
not
looks
even that
fucking
long.
cool, I think.
It's like four
Good
inches of
look.
hair. It's kind of long. It kind of goes over his ears. It's kind of 70s,
It's the
He's the guy
horseshoe
who,
Friar Tuck. It's the Friar Tuck.
yeah,
look.
little Friar Tuck.
but it's
He's
long. It's
he's
kind
the
of like
guy who like when Sean Penn and the other kid, the little kid who dies, are getting like first getting in the jail. He's like breaking it down for him. And that's like another like long patient scene. But he's like really mean and like scary and stuff. Is I was thinking about it because he's really being really mean to Sean Penn. Like everyone's like, you fucked up. Like now you're fucking
well, you
mine.
killed a
It's like,
kid.
yeah, but it was an accident.
Yeah, it
He
was
committed
definitely manslaughter.
manslaughter.
Oh, come on.
I'm saying like you can't be
Wasn't
like, damn, that
Adam's
premeditated.
sucks,
like,
dude.
I'll give you $50, Sean Penn. Will you like me? It's your birthday. Here's some money. He's not. He didn't even call
Fucking
me.
Ryan.
He didn't even hang out with me. He's a good
Cocksucker.
boy.
I'm a good boy. What's going on? People,
You gotta
the
treat
world
him.
doesn't
You
treat
gotta.
good boys right.
You gotta treat him with tough love and discipline because these guys might end up back on the street.
Oh, true. That's why they do it. I see.
Hmm. I like that they. I like the scene where he's like talks to him about killing. You killed a kid, like, and Sean Penn's like, it was an accident.
Yeah. Well, he's like trying to, he's not like saying much, but when they like, he's like being very tight-lipped and she's like, you killed a kid. He just goes, it was an accident. Very like,
He's in denial of his own behavior, his own choices.
oh, sure.
And
I didn't pick up on
it
that.
is a little YA, but I like this coming of age kind of
Well, you got to
realism.
keep in mind, this is a movie for 5-year-olds. So,
I know. I like it. It's for children.
What's YA?
Young
Young
adult.
adult.
Oh,
It's like coming of age.
It's kind of like Percy Jackson. If Percy Jackson went to jail for
It's not that real.
killing a child.
It's not as edgy.
True, true, true.
Now, Issei Morales, he decides to get a little revenge by raping Ellie Sheedy. And he was going to blow her head off. But unfortunately, the gun didn't work. And he's immediately arrested. The cops arrived, like, hey, you're raping
like,
that girl.
"Whoops."
Come here. You're going to
Yeah.
jail right now. Boom.
Hey, Buster. Dude, that's another very good long take of like her getting off the train and walking through this neighborhood. I gotta say, there's this she walks through this like laundromat or something, and then you hear this like diegetic music like as she like passes by, and it's a sample from It's this like old soul song that's Jada Kiss samples in that song Me. I immediately like clocked it. It was just fun. It was like a nice little like touch. It's like this awesome old soul song. Just shouting that out.
The thing I liked is when she got raped, there's just a giant puddle of blood pouring down her leg. Just huge, bloody
That's
geyser
okay. I
just
like music.
pouring.
That's my kind of my thing, and yours is
Well, I like realism. I was
I like
like,
that the
whoa,
rape
that's
was
it.
hidden by the train track sounds. I thought that was a nice touch.
classy move
Yeah,
to the on the filmmaker's part.
cover it up there a little bit.
You don't want to hear that stuff.
Ah,
Well, it's like, yeah, you don't really see it. You kind of get the hints of it, the implication of it, and then and then they pull back and it's revealed like Ali She just has a giant blood stain on your leg. You're like, oh, it has so much impact.
her teeth get hella fucked up too.
What do you think that was when you were 5?
I knew what rape was.
Okay.
You ask your brother, like, what is, oh, so they're raping her? He's like, yeah, the penis and the vagina, beat her
Okay.
up, rape her against her will. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay,
You're
cool,
like, got
cool.
it.
Got it.
I'm learning numbers right now.
I thought you stuck your dick in her and peed inside of her. That's what I thought until like
Wait.
fifth grade.
Yeah, I know
I
you
had no
learned
idea.
you learned about rape before you learned about division and
Consensual sex.
multiplication. Before you learned about addition and subtraction. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
No math.
We watch a lot of rape movies. You don't learn about rape,
I'm
Adam.
so sorry Ryan's not here for
The
this. He
human
always
race,
loves your
no, you just know about rape.
true.
All we
Tough
used to do
reality
was
of
rape.
life.
It used to all be rape until consent was invented.
Invented.
You think
By
Discovered.
women.
you think cavemen
Discovered.
asked for consent when they were fucking?
Right.
And it was only discovered 10 years ago,
See?
the Me
Yeah.
Too era. It used to be like,
This is such bullshit, guys.
you're walking alone at night, LHD, what do you think is going to happen? Hmm?
This is a
Yeah.
bad neighborhood.
But anyway, rape is very hard to prosecute. Luckily, the cops found Issei Morales doing the deed
In the act.
in the act. The other friend, his partner is killed. Oh yeah, he does a drive-by and kills one of the black drug dealer guys that messed
The
with
guy
him.
who shot Cameron.
The sunglass
So
dude.
Yeah, that
so
guy's cool.
then
He's like
there's a great
Blade.
there's a great scene where Ali Sheedy has
It's
to
because he's a black guy wearing sunglasses.
look at the all the suspects in the lineup. Some
Real
great
interesting
faces.
way they did that lineup too. That they let all the criminals see the accuser and all that. Seemed like a kind of a weird way to do it, but
Turn
whatever.
around.
Yeah.
Well, they're children. It's a child's lineup. And then E.C. Morales goes to the jail, the juvie hall. And then everybody's like, "Oh boy, we got a new tough guy." And they start doing bets like who's gonna win in the fight, Sean Penn or Issei Morales. This is very exciting.
3-2 odds against Morales. I mean, against Sean Penn.
Issei
He said
Morales would,
Morales is pretty ripped and he's pretty jacked, to be
yeah.
honest.
Did he look like he was in high school?
No.
That's what I looked like in high school.
So, but meanwhile, Horowitz gets a little revenge on Viking. He makes a radio with a bomb with fertilizer. And as a kid, this was my favorite scene. So Viking comes into his cell and he's like, "Hey, where'd this radio come from?" And these guys are like, "I don't know, man." He's like, "Huh, well, it's mine now." And he starts listening to the radio and he's like dancing and he's smiling and he's having so much fun with his head right next to the radio. And he's just like, "Oh yeah." And he's like spinning in circles and he's just loving this radio. And then it goes like zap. And he's like, "Huh? The radio's not working." And then it explodes and then he like falls on the ground. He's like, my eyes, ah.
Face just completely covered in blood, just pouring out blood.
It's kind of like an IDF move, actually, now I'm
Yeah.
thinking
I
about
thought it
it.
was very smart. I thought it was very
But
intelligent.
Horowitz.
Mossad,
Yeah, I know. What is he fucking Mossad?
Horowitz.
This dude should be in Mossad. He'd crush it.
Did you watch the 60 Minutes segment on that? Oh,
Oh no, I never actually watched that.
it's so good. The IDF made YouTube tutorials of all the pagers about how good they were and how durable they were and how rugged they were, and like they had like fake websites, and they made all these like they tricked them so easily, and it's just like Hezbollah. You
Come
don't
on.
you
Yeah,
don't
that's tough.
you don't have a screwdriver and just open your pager, or and then the next day you don't even know check your walkie-talkies.
Get it together, Hezbollah. Come on. Lock in.
And then the guy from Mossad is so happy. He's like, yeah, like it wasn't about killing them. It was just about like
Blowing their balls off.
blowing their hands off. And you see all these Hezbollah guys with like no hands, just like laying around. He's like, we really diminished their morale. It's like, yeah, I bet you blew off 3,000 guys' hands. Poor Viking.
Good stuff. Poor Hezbollah. Hmm?
You're pro Hezbollah, Adam? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I mean, no. I don't know. I mean, yeah, yes, I don't know.
The enemy
Not
of your
get too
enemy is your
political here.
friend.
Is Hezbollah supposed to be bad? What's so bad? What's bad about Hezbollah?
What's bad? What's good, man? It all kind of gets a gray area in
What's
guerrilla
I
warfare.
didn't mean
Lebanon?
to get into it, but
Who are
like,
these? What are
I didn't
these
mean to get into it.
countries? I don't know what's going on. I just know it's exciting.
Hold on a second. All right, you guys can talk for Let me do a little quick Googling. I'll tell you if I'm pro Hezbollah or not.
Hezbollah
You're
is the-
Googling Hezbollah's Wikipedia. You think
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I
like
was gonna look. If
you think it's
they're the
gonna say
Lebanese
they're
militia.
not a terrorist organization?
Yeah.
You think Wikipedia is gonna be like is there you gotta find
oh,
the
apparently they're really bad. I've seen on Wikipedia. Isn't Wikipedia run by the Mossad too?
Let me ask you a
Probably.
question, Adam.
Yeah,
Are they Sunni or are they Shiite?
they're Lebanese Shia Islam.
Hezbollah.
Lebanon is a cool idea for a country.
They're not doing well these days, Hezbollah. I don't know. It's a good segment.
know,
It's
man.
pretty crazy.
Mike,
I just hope
Yes.
they don't destroy the world with their ability of blowing up people, because
yeah, it could happen to any of us. You're saying?
we've taken out if you're Mossad and you've taken out Hamas, Hezbollah, the Syrian government now is a power vacuum where Al Qaeda and ISIS seem to be in charge.
It's
in
gonna work
Iran-
out. Everything is gonna work out. It's
Iran's gonna collapse.
Be
It's
fine.
like
gonna be fine.
we're breaking a lot of eggs over there, Israel. Come on. We need a little stability.
Got to give it up to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it go. Everything will work out.
Let it go. Let it God.
Let it go. Like Elsa says.
Hot take. Nuclear bombs are the only way to have peace.
Didn't Israel drop a nuclear bomb in Syria?
No. That
We
did
would-
not
A
happen.
small nuclear bomb.
We
they
would
said.
know.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, first of all, your laughter at the preposterousness of something has gotten weight because you've done that with things that end up being true.
So what?
Oh.
Israel doesn't even
Well,
claim to. Israel still claims to not have nukes, right? They never officially
Yes.
stated they have nukes.
That's true. I think that's true.
They did not drop a nuclear bomb. We would have known.
Yeah.
There was a giant explosion, but
Fireworks or fertilizer
it
factory.
was like
or
3 weeks ago. Like, how am I
Oh, that
supposed
one.
to remember? Like, it was an ammo dump that blew up or something. Like, I don't know. I can't keep
Tactical
track of these
nuclear
dumb
bomb.
countries. Do you think I know the difference between Sunni and Shiite?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
They're like,
It's like-
cousins of Muhammad or something. One cousin or
Saudi Arabia is one, Iran's one. You think I know?
It's getting as hard to follow as the MCU. What I'm saying, fellas?
I can't. You're saying we have terrorism Disney Plus?
Yes.
It
Terrorism
was
plus
easy when it was
ISIS.
just movies. Now there's TV shows. I can't keep
Exactly.
track. You expect me to read comic books?
So,
Oh,
the
Horowitz,
movie. Good old
Mossad,
Horowitz.
Masadowitz. He's crushing it. Now, unfortunately, he is confronted by the warden. The warden's like, "You're going into the hole, Horowitz." He's like, "No, I'll never go in the hole. I'll never go in. Don't send me to the hole, man. I hate it." And he picks up a golf club and starts smashing everything in the warden's office.
What's the big deal? It's just a
And
hole.
he's like, "I hate the hole." His acting was a little weak when he had to go into the hole.
You think? I
He
just
Hitting
didn't
don't
him
get
with
get
a
the
what the
golf
big
club
deal is
hurts,
about.
bro. I mean,
Say what, Mike?
getting hit with a golf club fucking hurts. I mean, he could have done some damage
That
there.
would hurt. But I don't get what the big deal is about the hole. Who cares?
you go insane,
Some
apparently.
some people like the hole because you're away from everything. There's
Dude,
no danger of getting raped or murdered, but yes, then you have to worry about your mental stability.
when
Is the
COVID
other part of
happened,
it.
we were all in the hole. You know what I'm saying?
No. Apparently they don't turn the light off in there.
Oh,
That's
that
probably
would
the case.
suck. That would be a game changer, kind of. Yeah.
And there's no bed.
Well, why do they got to do that?
You're just
You
in
need
a
a bed
room
and
with
turn the light off.
you're just sort of insane. You
No
go insane.
cigarettes, no commissary.
I gotta have my Siggy poos.
And then if they turn the light off, wouldn't you just be in pitch black darkness by yourself on a concrete floor?
That sounds kind of
Probably.
cool. Actually, I know a guy who he went to Mexico to do a meditation retreat thing, and it was in a cave for like 3 weeks. You go in the cave for like 3 weeks, and you're in complete darkness. You get given they give you like plates of food, and that's it.
How much does that cost? That sounds awesome.
How much?
For
How
3 weeks,
how much does it will it take to get you in the tub with that one guy?
more less than it would take
That's
for
how
me
much
to,
it's gonna cost.
you know,
You got to get in the tub with that guy.
A
3 weeks of
cave?
food. I mean, yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
sensory deprivation tank,
I don't want to be
yeah.
in
basically.
a
So
cave, bro.
It's like ayahuasca or something.
yeah, it's cool. Cave is
Don't put
cool.
me in no cave, bro. No, I ain't
You
going
got
no
to
cave.
reconnect. You got to
No, I'm not
reconnect to
going
your
that
cave
cave.
roots, William. Put me in. I fucking hate caves. I bet there were cavemen that were like, I got to get that fuck out of this cave.
Definitely.
Hate caves.
I want a tree.
I want to see the world. Like a
That's what
Disney
the dudes
princess
in
version of a caveman.
Quest for fire.
yeah, that's what they did in Quest for Fire, right? They were
True.
trying to leave the cave, and they did to a swamp.
But yeah, I can't. It's called like the damn. I really wish I remember. It's like
What's it called?
something of the seven chamber of this. It's like
Snow,
Wu-Tang shit or something like that. It
Snow White and
sounds
the Seven Dwarves. You get to be
yeah,
Snow White.
yeah. That
And
sounds
this
We
fun.
also
is
skipped over a scene where Horowitz pours garbage on top of Viking.
You
That
get to
was
put
pretty
on a
fun.
dress and just hang out with seven dwarves, seven little people, and take
Mm.
care of them.
Snow
In
White
Mexico.
experience.
That's like yeah, it's the Snow White experience.
This is very Hodorowski, Holy Mountain style.
All right.
So did your friend have a good time?
I haven't talked to him since then. I've seen no,
So he had a great time.
I don't know
What's
if he's
his
out of the
name?
cave. Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
Well,
You ever see Up in Smoke?
no.
Horowitz also throws garbage on Viking. That's a fun scene.
Kick
I
him in
heard
the
that
balls.
Pee Wee was was in a Cheech and Chong movie, by the way.
Yeah, he plays a waiter. No, he's a waiter in Blues Brothers.
No,
He's in Night Streams. He's in Cheech and Chong
he plays like
too.
a guy who wants Coke or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I just heard that.
He's also the bus driver in Meatballs too.
Oh, cool.
Paul
Love Pee Wee.
Rubens. He's a groundling, you know, he could do it all. Now, at the end of the movie, with Viking taken out, E.C. Morales makes his move. He has a knife and he gets in a big rumble with Sean Penn. And then they're fighting and they're beating each other up, and then all the kids get all excited and the guards can't come out and the kids are yelling, kill, 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 kill. And then Sean Penn is like, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to kill.
It was a lame
Walks
ending.
away. Powerful.
He becomes a good boy, and that's when the movie ends.
Mike, you have to stop the cycle of violence.
I think it would have been way better if he killed the guy and he got sent to prison. I think that would have been a better ending.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Spoken like
it's
a true bad boy.
either or, you got to have your little lib message at the end.
Well, I mean, if the movie's called Bad Boys, it's got to end with the guy becoming a good boy. You know what I mean?
It was
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that.
But I do think like that is
And
like
I
a
saw that coming.
flaw in the movie is like, yeah, because like the best parts of the movie are about how he about like dealing with the system and dealing with like the gravity of what he did and how it's like forever changed his life. You know what I mean? That's like something that prison movies, that's like such a powerful thing that prison movies have is this thing where it's like, you're not, there's not hope. You know, there's no hope to get out. You did this thing, your punishment is the rest of your life, and you are, that's it. So you have to like learn how to live
But he's
within
gonna get
it.
out.
They should have shown him getting out and banging his girlfriend.
What about
That
when
should be
Tweety
out of
got
the
out
movie.
and his buddies are like, "Yeah, come on, Tweety, get in the van. Let's have fun." And he gets in the van and drives away. And then later on
Yeah,
during
that's awesome.
class time, they have to read a little note from the newspaper about a young gentleman who was killed robbing a liquor store.
And they didn't know his real name.
And
Viking has to tell him.
Viking was very upset. His buddy died.
He's like, I watched that guy rape a little boy.
He's my friend.
He's my best friend. Very sad stuff.
They also all called him a faggot during that scene too, which is pretty
Because
funny.
he drew a picture of a
Yeah.
bird flying towards the sun.
Yeah.
He was an artist.
Yeah, that was kind of like a throwaway thing that never like came back or anything like that.
It was beautiful. Don't they also do a book review on a comic book?
Yeah, he makes them all read the comic book, but I don't remember them going over the review.
As a
The
kid, I thought that was so funny. I'm like, haha, these guys are so dumb.
Hold on one second.
They read comics. They're so stupid.
Most of them couldn't read, which was funny too.
Oh man. Yep. I mean, it's a great movie. It's a great movie for kids. It's fun for adults. It's so cool all the actors ended up becoming big. So many of them anyway.
Sure.
Horowitz didn't really become anything.
Yeah, I guess I'm just mistaking him for other kid Jewish actors, I guess.
It would have been cool if it was a young Adam Sandler.
That would be cool. How old was
Um,
Sean Penn in this movie?
oh, he's
20,
definitely in his 20s.
22, 23?
Oh, about Horowitz. I was looking up because I was like, oh, this kid's really good. Like, what else has he been in? And he he's like not really in anything, but he's in this movie called like Mitzi Nitzy or something like that. And it's Pamela Adlon is like the lead in it, and it's about like a girl who like magically becomes a boy.
Yeah.
Seems kind of crazy. And because it was like mentioned in this documentary about like trans shit.
Sounds pretty woke.
So, but well, it was like an 80s movie. It's like a Freaky Friday, but you know what I mean? It's like just one of the guys or whatever that movie is.
Body switching.
It's like a body switch movie, but it's boy to
Oh, I
girl.
see.
But
I
he's in
like
that.
these. That movie's been on my watch list for a while. I'm a big Pamela
What are you scared
Adlon
of?
fan.
Yeah, so why don't you make the dream a reality, man? I
Bobby
mean,
Well,
Hill.
it's low on the watch list,
I
you know. I'd
Anyway,
like to I'd like to watch it, but it's
it's not going to be enough time. There's just only
the
so
name
much
of the movie
time.
is Willy Millie.
Willy Millie.
Yeah.
That's a cool name for a movie.
Yeah, young Pamela Adlon, the voice of Bobby Hill, plays a boy, a he, she, androgynous type. It's interesting. She could do Bobby later on.
Yes. Oh yeah, another boy.
So you want to do this movie for the show, Willy Millie,
Yes.
1986?
Yes.
I'll watch it.
One day we'll get there.
We'll get there. Oh
Um,
yeah. A commercial.
so which bad boy are you, Alan Rock?
Willy Millie. Oh yeah, this looks great.
I'm the little black boy that gets raped and then thrown off.
Yeah, I want to be Horowitz, but yeah, I'm probably Tweety.
Let's face it, I'm the little kid that gets raped and then
You're not
thrown off a
Viking?
second floor. I'm Viking, yes.
Yeah,
I have
you're the
curly
tall
hair. I'm
white guy.
tall. I'm a big,
Yeah,
buff, beautiful man.
you have that slender
The body of a
face.
whale. Yes. I'm a cool Viking. I don't rape. I just watch. I
What
don't rape
music are you
children.
listening to on your radio? Joe Rule or whatever?
Jadakiss,
Jada Kiss.
36 Chambers.
Nas.
Love Nas. I cannot stop listening to Life's a Bitch, by the way. Ever since I heard the beat without the lyrics, listen, Google, if you're listening to this podcast, Google or like look up on YouTube, like Life's a Bitch, the instrumental version. And this is just like the sickest beat of all time, basically. And then it makes me, that song is obviously great, but it made me appreciate just how good that song is when you just realize how good the beat is. So
Is
I've
the
been
name of
listening
the
to a lot
album
of Life's a
Life's a
Bitch.
Bitch, or what
No, the
album?
name of the album is Illmatic. It's
Isn't
not
it
his first
just
I'll
album.
have to listen to that. I'm not
your
really into East Coast
standard
rap, but I'm interested.
your standard shitty hip hop beat?
I mean,
Well, I think that's what he's saying, William, is that it is not a shitty hip hop beat. It is a
yeah, I
good
don't.
one.
It's like a smooth, chill beat. It's got, and then like Nas's dad
Oh, you like
plays
dope
like,
beats?
I like dope beats. That's just me though. I don't know. Maybe you're different. You like fucking slide whistles and stuff like that.
I like a humorous rap song.
Yeah,
I like a little humor in
like
my
the Hulk
rap.
Hogan rap or whatever.
Oh, the rapping Ronnie.
Yeah,
Rapping Ron Reagan.
Yeah, I like a gimmick song.
yeah, those are pretty cool. That's a sick beat too. That's the second best beat. But anyway, why are we talking about that?
Dude, Willy Millie's pretty tight. The guy from Gremlins 2 is in it. Clamp,
What?
John Glover.
Cool.
Are you a
I
big
don't
Gremlins
remember
2
that
guy?
movie at all. I don't remember Gremlins too.
No. I also do not remember it.
It's a masterpiece. One of the all-time great movie masterpieces is Gremlins 2, The New Batch. John
Sh-
Glover plays a parody of
should we do that movie?
he plays a combo of Donald Trump and Ted Turner named
Oh,
Clamp.
cool.
Um, those gremlins go to New York and they get crazy. That's for damn sure.
That sounds
Huge
fucking.
bomb.
That sounds like me when I go to New York. When I'm in Times Square at the M&M store.
That's what they
Going
do. They
fucking
eat
crazy,
candy.
dude.
They eat candy
That's
and
me.
go crazy,
Yeah,
and they start dancing and like laughing and they
yeah,
sing
that's me.
songs. They have their own Broadway show, their
Oh,
talk
cool.
show. It's kind of like Natural Born Killers. They have a riot.
And Turner's still
That's the
alive. What
one
the hell's he been doing?
My
that that's the one thing missing in this movie that the prison movie has the riot. There's no riot in this movie.
right.
I
I
mean,
love a
at
good
the end
ri-
when they're like kill, 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 they barricade the door. They do the one guy beats up the one guard. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
total riot, I guess.
No, it
They don't
kind of
all
is.
go crazy or anything.
Kind of
If you're
touches on it though.
Or also the scene when they're in the chow hall and they start throwing food all over the place. It's kind of riotous.
It was cool to see horror because they have the escape part of it too. And it was interesting to. I was like, I'd never seen that type of escape before, where he like paints the chain link fence with this like acid.
Yeah. The best part of that scene was the guy chasing him with that fucking sick red Adidas tracksuit.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
That
man.
was so awesome. God, I want that.
I told you they just are PE teachers, and they're like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what that guy was like.
That guy is cool though. That's the bald black guy, right?
Yeah, he's
yeah,
like,
Yeah, that guy is awesome.
he's a baller. Got the football and everything going.
I want
Dude,
that
yeah,
little
that guy's got mad
brush.
style.
He has a little brush and he has a little bottle, and he's like, I gotta, my leg hurts, and he's like brushing the fence.
Perfect.
They're like, come
Smart.
on, Horowitz, and they have this like VW bug with like lights on it,
Yeah, that
like
piece
right
of
out
Only
of
the
Mad
Mossad could come up
Mad
with something
Max.
so clever.
Did they get punished for escaping, or they just brought him back?
They got a stern warning: if you do it
Yeah,
again, you'll go to prison.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Your sentence will not be changed or anything.
Mike, do you have a guns corner thing?
Look, man, I was thinking about that. I blew it last week. Die Hard was the guns corner that I should have done. This movie just has a bunch of
You didn't do it?
shitty. No, I didn't. William ended the episode very abruptly. He said it was boring. The
Well,
this movie
yeah.
had just a bunch of shitty Saturday night specials, a couple
What
shotguns.
gun was in Die Hard that was so cool? The Sprig,
There's several guns in that movie. You got the Beretta 92 FS, his main gun, the MP5, which was the other gun he used.
submachine gun.
Both 9 millimeters, very
Why
cool.
you're saying it like you're like bored?
And then
It's
the
the gun from
AUG.
The
GoldenEye.
submachine gun.
Yeah.
You have it's the gun from GoldenEye when you're on the boat.
Yeah. I had a whole thing about like the history of Beretta, the history of AUG, and how like they're the oldest companies in the world. Blah blah
Dude,
blah.
I
blew
fucking
it. I
hate
blew
when
it.
William ends the episode abruptly and you
It's
have something
okay.
like some gold in the
Well, why don't you
chamber.
fucking say it?
Yeah,
then?
I just wasn't tripping. I just
Come
I don't know.
on.
I was just going with I go with the
No,
It's
flow.
you
better
gotta
to have
let
more
don't let William
information
run the
and
show.
prepare.
You're the host, Mike.
Yeah, well, it was at an hour limit. I don't know.
Mike's
I
gun
just went with
corner
it.
is your show.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I blew it. So yeah, this movie has a bunch of shitty guns in it. So I didn't really do anything.
Saturday night special types.
Yeah,
Now,
What does
what
that
about
mean,
this?
Saturday Night Special? What are you
just
talking
like
about?
a shitty small gun.
But Saturday Night Special sounds pretty good to me. That sounds cool.
I guess it's when you want to go out on a Saturday night and do something
And
It's
it's
cool, like
ironic.
try to rob some Chicano drug dealers.
Okay, all right. I'm going.
Are they
I'm
reliable
confused.
guns, Mike? The Saturday
No,
night
they're
specials.
unreliable. They're like
Oh.
off brands. Yeah, that's the idea. Something you carry in your pocket, it's just a piece of shit.
Now,
I'd like to have one
who
of
came
those.
up with the term Saturday night special? Do you think it was the idiot child who bought the gun that broke in his hand, or do you think it was the name given to him by the hilarious NYPD cops who had to
I
who
would go
wanted to
with the
make fun of?
cops.
You
And
got a
to-
Saturday night special.
Isn't that like the name of like a Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier movie or something? Am I wrong?
That's Saturday night
Uptown Saturday Night.
Uptown Saturday night, not Saturday
Wait,
night
Saturday
Fever.
Night Special is a 1994 erotic thriller, though. It looks pretty good. Billy Burnett and Maria Ford. They look fucking hot, dude. Oh, whoa. This thumbnail on Daily Motion is Billy Burnett's face and Maria Ford's feet up around his face. Country music sensation Billy Burnett from Fleetwood Mac makes his movie debut.
Saturday night. Okay.
Billy Burnett he was part of Fleetwood Mac and he had a brief career in acting.
All right, Google Saturday night special movie nudity. Come on.
Oh yeah, good call. Let's cut to the chase.
Saturday Night Special
Let me-
is believed to have originated from the idea that such guns were commonly purchased by people in low-income areas on Saturday nights when they might be more likely to engage in violence. I could probably think of some better names for that type of gun, but whatever.
What's going on? How do I share chat? There's chat. There we go. I'm dropping something in for you guys. Check that out. Tell me
Is
you're
it
not
him eating her pussy?
got a boner.
Oh yeah, I
Dude,
saw
I
that
gotta
one.
pee.
Yeah, I mean, what about that Sprague gun from Die Hard?
The one that what do you mean sprig gun? You're talking about the one that Gary Oldman uses?
Not Gary Oldman, not Alan Rickman. The one
Alan
that,
Rickman. Alan Rickman. That's
the one
what I
the
meant.
German guy has at the end.
The AUG. The AUG. Why can't I see?
AUG.
I can't see you guys anymore now that I took
Yeah,
over.
you're frozen.
I looked at the thing that Adam sent me, and now I can't look. Now I can't do anything.
It's fine.
But
The
you can hear me.
Steyr Og. I always call it
Yes.
Sprig.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "What are you talking?" That's what I was going to do it on. Steyr is like Beretta. Beretta is one of the oldest companies. Period. Like, there's that one Japanese company that's older, but Beretta is one of, if not the oldest privately owned company ever. That Steyr Og is cool because it's got the integrated scope. It's just like the ultimate bad guy gun. When you think of a bad guy gun, you think of that Og, and that's why I like it so much. And
German.
yeah, and against Austrian, against Steyr goes back to arming knights with swords and shields and shit. They're super old. Beretta is even older. But Beretta has been owned by the same family for like 800 years now, since like I want to say the 14 or 1500s. Steyr has gone through several changes over who's owned it.
Check this new link out, guys.
It's kind of like an AR-15. Yeah, we don't care.
Just look at it.
Yeah, it's the European version of an AR-15.
I bet it costs way more money though.
It does now, yeah.
Mike, check the second link out that I sent. You tell me how big of a boner you
So
have.
what movie should we do next? Another prison movie? I'm thinking Escape from Alcatraz, Clint Eastwood.
I don't even
you
know.
guys, you told me over Christmas that January was going to be all Armand Assante movies.
Mike said that.
Well, what's wrong with that?
And I believed it. And I was pretty excited, to be honest.
See?
So,
does Judge Dredd go to prison? Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Any movie where they go to prison is possible.
Demolition Man,
yeah.
Frozen Prison.
Isn't that in? Yeah, Demolition Man is a prison movie, isn't it?
Yeah, that movie sucks.
Oh,
come on.
Try to like. Come on,
prison
bro.
movie, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out.
Hold on, we got to do Judge Dredd at one point because that's Mike's favorite movie.
God, I love that movie.
Can you wear?
Want to do American Me? I was thinking of doing American Me, but then I got pushed back because this movie's over 2 hours.
No, American Me's sick, so I can watch it again.
I've never seen it. I'm done. It'll be easier next week. It's just tough because my kids are out of school and stuff. Holiday stuff.
New Year sucks, right, Adam?
What, your kids are on winter break for how long?
How could you say such a hurtful thing about the holiday?
I love my kids, but I'm white knuckling this holiday season. We're all sick.
Your kids stay up to midnight?
Dude, we're all sick. It's crazy.
We're all sick, man.
I've been sick. We've all been sick since Thanksgiving.
Gross.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, this sucks.
Maybe try not to live in a shack and sleep in one big bed like Charlie Bucket.
I had pink eye on Christmas. That was nice.
Adam's just laying in bed like Grandpa Joe over here.
That's how I like to sleep with my family. We're close. We're very close.
There's nothing wrong with that.
In-laws, everybody gets in the big bed.
Mike had pink eye. Did you go to the hospital for that?
Look,
I fucking wipe your ass and then rub your.
I have no idea. I think something got caught in my eye at work, and then it just got infected. But
yeah, it's called shit. It's called human shit.
A dirty cigarette in the toilet.
Yeah. I called the advice nurse, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you probably have pink eye, but you
should go to my eye.
You should go to the emergency room. We suggest you go to the emergency room." Then I get to the emergency room. They're like, "Yeah, well, the advice nurse always tells you to go to the emergency room because it's a liability thing." I'm like, oh fuck. So that's probably going to cost me what, $1,500, $2,000, something like that.
Oh my god!
Really? I don't know.
You should fuck this advice nurse up.
An advice nurse?
No. What's an advice nurse?
Your health insurance doesn't have an advice nurse. It's like a 24-hour nurse that you can call.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's dude. You called your insurance company to say what should you do?
It's not that much money because that's like a ambulance ride.
The advice nurse is free. It's the emergency room trip is going to cost money, but we'll see.
What if we found out that Luigi had this big medical bill because he called in his advice nurse and he listened to it as advice? It's like, of course you shouldn't listen to the advice nurse, you idiot.
I don't know. Who am I supposed to listen to? Yeah.
Go on X and follow Patriot Dog 69 420.
Yeah,
And then also like it was the week I got it the weekend before Christmas. So what was I going to do?
that
Call my
sucks.
doctor on Monday who's, not
It,
there.
Adam, share your new brilliant metaphor for politics.
what? I don't remember what is it.
Your
Try to keep
Neo.
up with my metaphor. Oh, I'm Neo. Yeah.
I was
So
like,
why? I don't remember.
and then I
Cuz
was like, I
William's just
accused you of
pissed
being
because he
I
wants to be
accused
Neo.
you of being QAnon without even realizing it. You're like, no, I'm
Yeah, it's
Neo. And
fine.
it's like, oh, you took the red pill, but you don't.
I'm
You
Neo
just
because I see through the Matrix now.
you're
Now,
taking
well, finally.
you're stealing a metaphor and doing it wrong.
Well, that's
I
fine.
believe
I don't
technically I
mind.
believe you're black pilled. I think you're Morpheus.
Hell yeah. You're just saying you're saying that's because he's black. He's black
Uh,
pilled.
yeah, that'd be cool. Be cool if he put the pills together. He's like, I'm purple pilled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like Samuel L. Jackson had the purple lightsaber.
It'd be cool if he just was offering him Viagra or Cialis, and he's like, "Which one do you choose?"
My doctor says it's all the same shit. Not that
Yeah,
I need
you're
Cialis.
that's your Morpheus, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
He said, "Do you want a
Doctors are nice
boner
like that.
now, or
It's
do you
all the
want a
same
boner for
shit.
2 days?"
Sildenafil, tadalafil, and Levitra are all the same thing.
It's all the same thing. There's no difference. What? Why do they have different names, Doctor? Come on. All right, I guess we'll do American Me next week.
What's your ratings, bros?
4 stars. I love this movie. I'm a nostalgic person. I saw it when I was 5 years old.
Yeah, it's like a core memory.
At first, I was going to give it a 2.5, but then when I got into it, I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. I can't really think of who I would recommend this movie to, but
I
Your
think it's pretty
mother,
it's
engaging.
decent.
I think it's a pretty
your
engaging
sister.
movie.
Yeah, like my sister.
Your sister.
My sister just watched Red One and loved it.
Your
I don't know.
child.
Yeah.
Just picturing you, some guy with pink eye giving me a movie recommendation.
Just
Being
tell my
like,
daughter, hey, that's Mr. Krabs. See, this is Mr. Krabs.
yeah.
Adam, will you watch this movie with your child next year?
Yes, I will, William. I'll do it for
Have
you.
you shown your child an R-rated movie?
The most adult movie my kid has seen is uh well, he watched half of this movie Vampire, this like 30s silent vampire movie because he really wanted to watch Nosferatu, but I couldn't find it on Max because he saw a picture of
It's on
Nosferatu. He's
YouTube.
like, "Who's that?" And he really likes scary shit. He just turned 4, but like but we watched half of Vampire and he started getting really really freaked out. But the most adult movie I've watched with him is Young Frankenstein.
What do you like more, Young Frankenstein or Dracula Dead and Loving It? Mel
Gotta
Brooks.
go.
It's hard.
You gotta go DD and LI. Dracula Dead and Loving It, baby.
What's your rating?
I was, my rating was 3.75. I maybe would do 3 point, I'll just for variety, I'll give 3.5, but I can maybe do 4. I maybe do 4 stuff. Don't make me choose.
Don't make you choose. Don't make you choose. Well, kids, that's something to think about. That's the lesson.
Yeah.
We're born in Chicago and we're criminals. Don't make us choose a good life.
Yeah. Don't make us choose
Here's my
between good boys
question.
and bad boys.
Sean Penn, have you ever thought about getting a job? You want to earn
Yeah.
money? Maybe go work.
He should be working at Lids.
That's what that's what the Chicano's dad said. Like, why don't you get a job? You can work a regular job. And he's like, I don't want a job. I want
I want a
business.
career.
I want
Oh, yeah.
business.
That's why whenever I go into a Lids and I see the guy working there, I'm like, this is a good boy. He's being a good boy. He's been working at Lids, as opposed to
All
the
right. Is there
alternative.
anything we have to say before we end the episode that we have to get to? I don't want to cut it
Oh,
off.
Poppy from Seinfeld is one of the guys.
Poppy is one of the prison guards. Yes.
And also, what's up with
Speaking
Clancy?
of pink eye,
Yeah, oh yeah. Clancy, what's that scene where he like puts his booger in the guy's food and then he takes a bite out of it? He eats his
he's
own
not
booger.
eating his booger. He's eating his own food.
Oh,
without a
he
booger.
he takes he
that
takes
was a little
all
bit
the
of a
food
weird
from him. He
edit.
takes his cocktail fruit
He
and eats
picks
it.
his nose, puts it in the guy's thing, and then it cuts back. It
I
does a
gotta say,
reverse
the
cut back
booger
to
is
him, and
very
then he takes a
disappointing.
bite.
It's a
The
very
what?
disappointing small booger,
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. You
it's
want a big
like
juicer,
I like a juicy, long, stringy booger, dry
dude.
and wet.
I got
That's
fucked up for years as a kid because I went to Checkers, which is in the South. That's Rallies in the South, and I was up at the window and I was ordering, and the guy who gave me my hamburger had the biggest booger I've ever seen in
ugh,
my life in his nose.
that's the worst.
And I don't, that really fucked me up as a kid. Now I wouldn't care really as much. It's kind of like, you know, it's like when you're a kid, like a woman being on her period, you're like, ew, weird. Now you're like,
You're a
whatever, let's do
kid.
it. Or when you're like a teenager.
That's
Just put a towel down. I learned that very early on.
I mean, that's what a man says. Yeah. But like as a kid, you're like, this is weird. Oh, what's going
that's the
on?
I'm the opposite. When I was a kid, I was like, let's do it. Now I'm like, I don't want to.
Do we really? Do we have to?
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
Just
this is
wait a
not
couple days.
I can wait.
Maybe you just got to do some Kegels, dude. We all need to be doing Kegels.
Like
Is
I
that like
was
a
asking you,
seagull?
I need a Kegels for my asshole, not my cock.
Well, start working it out.
Speaking
Get
of
yourself the
assholes, I gotta
buffest
take a dump.
butthole. All right.